You may have heard about Roxham Road between New York and Canada. You may not know that 40,000 illegal immigrants came through there last year. Tasha Kheriddin is a smart woman. She's a lawyer. She writes for the National Post. She joins me right now because you wrote an article the other day. I want to know about what's going on. Why? I mean, the Mounties seem to be welcoming them in, and they put them on a bus and send them to a hotel. It's illegal.
It is something that's really upsetting a lot of people, Stephen, because it doesn't seem to make any sense. Roxham Road is a crossing point between the U.S. and Canada. It is not an official border crossing.
It's not a bridge. It's not, it's not
It's a road, right. But the problem is it's not an official border crossing, which makes it a loophole in the first safe country agreement between our two countries, by which, if you want to claim asylum as a refugee, you have to do so in the first safe country you arrive in, unless you go to another one. But you can't do that legally. You can't cross through a border crossing. You'll be sent back from Canada. So the only way to do it is to go illegally, irregularly across an unsupervised point.
Why are we not in control of our own sovereignty, our own border? I mean, we are taking these people in from the States. And I'm all for proper refugees. I'm all for skilled immigrants. But that's not what's happening.
No, it's not, and it wasn't intended. The agreement was intended to prevent people from coming to this country because they'd have to go through a border crossing. No one really thought, oh, gee, that's going to make them more likely to go to a place where no one's watching.
A road.
A road.
But everybody's watching here, Tasha.
People are watching because of the number of people coming over. And what's happened is it's turned into a bit of a cottage industry. It started in 2017 when Donald Trump had this edict against Muslim-majority countries. You can't travel to the U.S. And all of a sudden, people decided, we're not going to claim asylum in the U.S. We're going to claim asylum in Canada, and they started coming through Roxham.
40,000 people last year. The federal government can't do anything about it or won't do anything about it.
They can do something about it. They could amend the first safe country agreement to say it's illegal to go at any point, or rather you'd be sent back from any... Because they didn't do it in 2017 because we were renegotiating NAFTA. If you recall, that was the big thing at the time.
Of course.
But today there's no excuse. Biden's a friendlier guy. There really is no excuse.
And so do you sense that there's something coming out of Ottawa where people are saying, enough is enough?
Well, a lot's coming out of Quebec. Premier Legault has gone on the record and told Justin Trudeau, issue a new tweet, please. Because the reason people started coming in 2017 after Trump's edict was because Trudeau came back and said, we welcome you regardless of your faith, regardless, welcome to Canada. And he tweeted that. And that's what got this firestorm going.
So all the illegals coming in took advantage of that, and all the legals going through the Peace Bridge or any other port of entry or flying in here have issues, have problems.
Well, most of the people who do this, they're refugees. So people who are applying through the regular refugee channel do so usually from the country they're in. They're waiting in a camp. They're waiting in some horrible situation. Granted, these people are circumventing, they're jumping the queue and waiting in Canada, which is a lot more pleasant, frankly, than waiting somewhere else.
Hard to believe these days. Tasha. Thank you very much. 3 minutes. Thank you for contributing. We are almost out of the hole. People like the show, and we want to keep it on the air. So press subscribe. Press PayPal. PayPal is really simply a credit card that you can pay with. And if you're writing a check or a letter, please put your address in, because I will send a letter to everybody who contributes money. Subscribe, PayPal. Thank you.